Welcome back into another edition of Prime Sports World. On today's episode of the Prime, we're going to break down Super Bowl 60 here in Santa Clara, California. Levi's Stadium was the host, with the Seattle Seahawks silenced the New England Patriots in a resounding victory, wire to wire, for the Seattle Seahawks. We're going to break down all of the things going on with the game. We're going to talk about the commercials. We're going to talk about the halftime. Just going to talk about a bunch of stuff going on in the National Football League. I'm David Huffman right there for the Daily Blitz.blog. Mr. Christian Simpson, welcome to the show. Also, TJ Hopkins should be joining us here momentarily. Thank you very much. Juan Carlos, giving us a shout out over there on the YouTube. We appreciate that very much. Although, yeah, whatever. That's not very nice. Anyways, we're going to break down the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about that. Super Bowl 60. Christian, how you doing, man? What's up? Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, likewise, man. I'm doing good. How about you?
Yeah, I can't complain, man. It's been a good couple of days. So I had a friend come out from Chicago. He's a big Patriots fan. So he actually came out. He actually came out for the Super Bowl, and I got to go out and hang out with him a little bit last night in the South Bay. We went bowling, had some fun. It was a good time. I hadn't seen him in like 5 years, so it was just nice to go back and see an old friend. I went to a party for the Super Bowl after I had a crazy day at work. Doing all the pregame stuff. But yeah, I had fun at the Super Bowl. It was a really good weekend. Fortunately, I have to go back to work tomorrow morning. Not at all looking forward to that. But the wheel keeps spinning, as we like to say here, Christian.
Definitely, yeah, most definitely.
So, let's talk about the game. I'll wait for TJ to get back in here. He can drop his analysis as he always does when he comes in. We got the Seattle Seahawks silence the New England Patriots 29-13, and the final score does not tell you how close this game was, because 29-13, this game was not close. This is a wire-to-wire victory for the Seattle Seahawks. You can see some of the final numbers there on the screen now. 29 points for the Seattle Seahawks, 13 for the New England Patriots. And fun fact for Drake May, he threw for the most passing yards in a quarter in Super Bowl history in that fourth quarter, basically all of it in complete garbage time. But Sam Darnold was a really good main manager. Obviously, Kenneth Walker III won the Super Bowl MVP, very well deserving. And if you remember, Christian, from last week, that's who I predicted was going to win Super Bowl MVP. Sam Darnold, 19 of 38, 202 yards and a touchdown to A.J. Barner, and Kenneth Walker, 27 carries for 135 yards, and A.J. Barner scored the lone offense, or I guess the relevant offensive touchdown in this game, as he scored that touchdown in the fourth quarter and basically ended this football game. On the other side, Drake May just really struggled here in this game. 27 of 43, 295 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks, one of them being a pick 6. He also suffered 6 sacks in this game for 43 yards. He was the leading rusher for the New England Patriots, and Mac Hollins, who was the best player offensively for the New England Patriots in this game, and Ramondre Stevenson also had a receiving touchdown. Both of those touchdowns came in absolute garbage time. They were absolutely irrelevant to the result of this football game. And basically all of Drake May's stats came in that final frame when this game was already been decided.
Yeah. First, congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks. They were just absolutely.
Welcome to the show, TJ.
Man, we ain't need him.
Christian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They were just absolutely phenomenal from the first quarter all the way to the final quarter. Offensively, they set the tone. They showed you what they wanted to do, and we're going to keep doing it until you can stop it. And they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. Well, then again, they had struggled against stopping the run for most of the year. So, and I think it really caught up to them in the Super Bowl. In Seattle's defense, they've been outstanding throughout the year. I really caught on to them a little bit more. Final regular season game of the year when they played the 49ers. They just punched San Francisco in the mouth and never looked back. They kind of did the same here. They rushed 4, they dropped guys back in coverage. I mean, they were getting home and they were getting to Drake May with only 4. The only time they really blitzed was when the Patriots were in long yardage situations.
I think there's like a crazy stat where I think the Seattle Seahawks may have scored more points. It's something like they may have scored more. They may have had more takeaways than the San Francisco 49ers had in Levi Stadium this season, and they only played there twice. Don't quote me on that. That might not be the correct, but there's some wild stat about Seattle and Levi Stadium compared to the Niners and accomplishments this season. TJ, talk to us.
This was a juvenile example of belt to ass. It was still belt to ass, but it wasn't as bad as it wasn't as bad as it could have been. I'll say that. You can definitely tell a guy like Sam Darnold, this was his first time in a game like this. That touchdown to JSN, I mean, like, that missed touchdown to JSN, like, that's one of them throws where it's like, yo, like, that's a late throw. Like, if he sees that, if he makes that throw just a hair earlier, JSN catches that and he walks to the end zone. Like, he's gone. He had a couple deep shots to Rashid Shaheed where he came up short. That he allowed Christian Gonzalez to catch up to it and track the ball and knock it away.
Man, if it wasn't for Christian Gonzalez, this could have been an absolute rout early on in this game because, I mean, he basically denied 2 touchdowns in the red zone single-handedly.
And if you're the Patriots, and I understand that everything that they accomplished was, regular season stuff. Like, Mike Vrabel is coach of the year. Josh McDaniels is the assistant coach of the year. Drake May is runner-up to MVP by a vote, literally by 1 vote. And we're gonna get into that. That's a conversation for another day because it shouldn't have been that close. I'm dying on that hill, but this could be just the bravado of winning. But Julian Love is asked after the game, of course. When did you know that you had this game in the bag? And he's like, after the first series. Now that could be,
yeah, he just talking because you won the game.
Yeah, that could be, talking with, just because you won the game, you talking with chest out. But when you learn that Seattle had 19 pressures, of those 19 pressures, they didn't blitz a whole lot, so they were getting home with 4. Will Campbell gave up 14 of the 19 pressures.
Yeah, and to TJ's point, I think that was the game plan for Seattle. Like, look, they're not putting anything on the side of Will Campbell to protect him or to chip guys in New England, and Seattle took full advantage of that.
So, like that, I heard all for 2 weeks. I heard coaching matters. I heard coaching matters this, coaching matters that. That was a terrible coaching job by the Patriots. Because after, like, I don't know, maybe after the 3rd time Will Campbell got beat, maybe
Chippo with a running back, maybe
have some maybe put an extra lineman, maybe put a tight end, maybe put a running back there to chip, do something to help the kid out. Like, again, like, Will Campbell's a rookie and you got folks out there telling him, like, calling him terrible, and he's a rookie left tackle in the Super Bowl.
Who missed a bulk of the season with some crazy injury. I think he broke something in his ankle or something. Many people thought he wasn't even like on IR, and he comes back. He hasn't been really good in the playoffs. Like, you should probably already be aware that, hey.
And this also kind of proves people's point about New England. Like, this was your first time in 2 months playing an opponent at full strength. You didn't play the Chargers with the 60th, 58th, 59th, and 60th ranked offensive linemen in the lineup. You played the team's best. You didn't play a Houston Texans team with no Nico Collins and whoever else they were missing. You played a Seattle team at their best. You didn't play Jarrett Stidham and the Broncos. You played a Seattle team at their best. So like your first time playing the team at their best, and you got your ass kicked.
Also, yeah, shout out to DeMarcus Lawrence. Spends 8 seasons there in Dallas, and then goes here for Seattle and wins the Super Bowl. Also, shout out to the special teams play of the Seattle Seahawks. Jason Myers, 5 field goals in this game, and Michael Dixon, man, just absolute gem of performance at the punting game. I think he had 6 punts within the 6-yard line during this game. The dude was just incredible. Like, yeah, 3 of them in the 20. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 6 punts or 3 punts inside like the 5-yard line. Michael Dixon put up an absolute clinic when it comes to punting in this game. Because they are actually the highest paid kicker and punter duo in the NFL. Devon Witherspoon had 3 quarterback hits. He also had a safety, a tackle for loss. The dude was just all over the field.
He could have been deep Super Bowl MVP, but that's not it.
100%. But yeah, New England just really struggled in this game. They're big players that you kind of needed to step up, just didn't in this game. Mac Hollins is a fine football player, but he shouldn't have been the lead receiver for the New England Patriots.
No, he shouldn't have. But I think what frustrated me, and to TJ's point, what really frustrated me about the Patriots play calling was there's no way in hell Travion Henderson's number should have been called in the third quarter. I think they should have got him some touches a little bit early on, and I think that would have really opened up the field for the Patriots. And then number 2, I saw Izzy say this on social media. The Patriots need a true number 1 wide receiver. They have a wide receiver number 1 by committee thing going on right now. They really don't have a guy that puts fear into an opposing team's defense in the secondary. And what I mean by that is, when you play this team, you got to circle in on this wide receiver. You got to know where he is on the field at all times. We're playing single high. We're going to double him. We'll play cover 2. But, yeah, he's not getting the ball. And the Patriots don't have that guy right now.
And I think that's one of the reasons that the Seattle Seahawks were so comfortable blitzing through the secondary. Like, we saw Kobe Bryant get involved, and we saw, Devon Witherspoon get involved. Because when you look at their wide receiving core, like, none of those guys really scare you. It's like, well, we can handle it. Like, we're not worried about it. And that's why I think
worry about the
yeah. So, this is an absolute thrashing by Seattle. The people that I was with watching the Super Bowl, like, if you're not like a defensive minded football fan, you probably didn't enjoy this Super Bowl. What if you guys had to rank your level of enjoyment of this Super Bowl on a scale of 1 to 10? What would it be?
Yeah, I'll say a 6. I really didn't.
Yeah, but I'm about the 6. Like, mostly because like the Bears fan in me is like, oh, like part of me is like deep down, like, Dad, that should have been us. But also another part of me is like, Seattle probably would have mollywopped the asses too.
Yeah.
But let me tell you this right now. Seattle was like on another level. Like, the only team that could have beaten them this season in like the way they played in the Super Bowl or just in the postseason in general was the Rams. And the Rams gave them their best go, and they weren't good enough to beat them. And the Seattle team was just special. Like, they were just built different.
Yeah, they was different.
Yeah.
It's like to Christian's point about the New England's lack of offense. To not get your dynamic guys involved offensively is, again, just a bad coaching job. Like, the type of, like, I think they ran off the stat, like, Travion Henderson had like 7 or 8 50-yard runs this season, and it's like you see they're stifling you. You see that, again, they're not even blitzing you. They're getting home with 4. Pick up the pace. Run some up tempo stuff. Like, do something just to like.
I'm also surprised they didn't try to move Drake May around a little bit more. Like, they just had him do like standard dropbacks for majority of the game. Like, I'm surprised they didn't try to do like bootlegs him in and out. I'm surprised they didn't change the launching pad. Like your offensive line's getting killed, like, and Drake May's getting destroyed. Like, do something different. Like, you can't just keep running the same stuff all game. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It didn't, but they that's what they did. So
yeah. Any final thoughts before we move on into game balls on just the game itself? So when I was putting together these graphics for this game, I was actually kind of surprised how close the total yards was. But I also know that Patriots put up crazy numbers in garbage time, so a lot of that is just empty numbers. But like, I was surprised at how close that number was. Like, I figured it would be like 100 advantage for Seattle. And I also think you can make the argument that Jason Myers could have been the Super Bowl MVP as well.
They will never give the kicker Super Bowl MVP.
I mean, the dude made 5 key field goals. He made it was a record of 5 field goals. And actually, because they changed that strip sack fumble to a pick interception on that touchdown for Nwosu, the Seattle fell one. They only tied a record as opposed to breaking it in terms of sacks. Also, something I did not realize, which I was kind of surprised that this was even a thing. Like, apparently, Mike McDonald is the first head coach to also be the defensive play caller to win the Super Bowl, and I was like, how is that possible?
Yeah, you learn something new every day.
I was like,
Belichick one calling defenses for New England. Like,
I guess not. I mean, I don't know. I was like, because they've been saying that all over the internet. So I'm assuming it's correct, but like I was like, how is that? How is that possible? I don't understand. Like, but apparently that's real talk right there. But yeah, congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks. Congratulations to Sam Darnold. It's got to be satisfying to take that full circle from where he was to where he is now. But yeah, shout out to New England Patriots. Real quick question here. Which of you think of these two teams has the better opportunity to be back here next year in the Super Bowl?
Definitely Seattle. Definitely Seattle. I mean, I know the NFC is going to be, it's going to be competitive just like it was this year. But, if hopefully they can bring back Kenneth Walker III, because I think he's their best off next to Jackson Smith and Jigba. I think he's their most important offensive player. Like, I don't think they can afford to let him walk and let him go. So hopefully, they're able to come to an agreement with him. But I'll say Seattle. If New England if they can upgrade their number one receiver position spot, possibly. But I think the AFC may be a little more competitive this year too.
I think so too. I mean, you're gonna have a full season for a healthy Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
you gotta assume that Patrick Mahomes, whenever he comes off that ACL tear, I mean, they're gonna be better.
Yeah, and then I mean, if Buffalo can make a move for a receiver in the off season, like, that's a possibility too. But yeah, I definitely say Seattle has a better shot than New England.
I tend to agree with you.
I said neither on the grounds of what y'all just said. Like, well, one, it's not just Kenneth Walker that Seattle has to worry about keeping. Like, does Sam Darnold come back?
He's under contract, I think.
He's under contract.
Yeah, he's under contract. Two more seasons, I think.
They was talking about him getting like the biggest bag in the world after this. Like, that was insane.
He's under contract for 2 seasons after.
The point still remains. San Fran's going to be healthy. They're going to be better. You got potentially 4 teams in the NFC North that could literally take. I mean, Minnesota could hopefully get better. You're praying. Like, they look awful right now. Like, they look like you had Sam in the building. You had him in the building and you let him go. Green Bay's going to get healthy. Detroit ain't going nowhere. Chicago, you're hoping this thing is permanent, right? Matthew Stafford got up on stage and said, "Hey, I'm coming back. Like, I can't go out like that. Like, that was a bad taste in his mouth." Tampa Bay is licking their wounds. They gonna be better. Hey, and then on the flip side, on the AFC side, Buffalo gonna get better.
Maybe
Denver. Maybe. You can argue that if Bo Nix don't break his ankle, that this is probably them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Right.
So
you're hoping Mike McDaniels can do something with Justin Herbert. They offensive line just got to stay healthy. That's all that is. Jacksonville gonna be back. Should get better. Houston ain't going nowhere. Right. Baltimore got to figure. As long as you got Lamar Jackson, Baltimore gonna stay. They stay having a chance. So I could wholeheartedly see neither team getting back.
I do think Seattle has the better opportunity, but yeah, I agree with you. Let's talk about game balls. Final game balls of the 25-26 NFL season. Just a tribute to everybody who's watched us throughout the entire season. So, Christian, you want to go first? Final game ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Sam Darnold just because of the story. To me, this is beyond stats because I remember when this kid came into the league out of USC, struggled here with the Jets, got to Carolina, got off to a good start, then struggled. I think the best thing he did was becoming a backup in San Francisco and really learning the game. Goes to Minnesota. No, he had a great start to the year, but ended the season, on a sour note. And I think, he came back better because of what happened in those final two games last year, and say what you want. No, I know he didn't win a playoff game last year, but, he has a year of experience playing in the playoffs underneath his belt. And I mean, he's just absolutely resilient. I don't know how you can't be happy for that guy. So it's going to be Sam Darnold.
TJ.
Yeah. See, but that's so cliche though to give it to the quarterback.
Choose.
Hey, he lucky. But anyway,
I'm lucky for him.
I said this name earlier. Devon Witherspoon had a fucking day, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I again, I remember him at Illinois. I watched him his whole career at Illinois, and then he's doing the draft process, and those first few mock drafts had him mocked to Detroit. Like, and I'm talking like this is like a top 5 pick, and he's mocked to Detroit. And I'm just like, I don't want my favorite team to have to see that dude twice a year for the next decade. And you see why he's fucking great at what he does, man. Yeah, give me the my game ball goes to Devon Witherspoon.
It seems a little cliche to give the game ball to the guy who won the Super Bowl MVP, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with to two guys. It's the special teams of the Seattle Seahawks between Jason Myers, counted for 17 points in the Super Bowl, and Michael Dixon. Both of those guys showed why special teams matters. Michael Dixon pinned New England. They were never able to flip the field position because Michael Dixon, every time that Seattle got in trouble, he hit a whopper of a kick. He had a 55-yard punt in this game. Michael Dixon, Jason Myers, congratulations to you guys. Congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks as they are your 2026 Super Bowl champions. And shout out to Kenneth Walker III as he is your Super Bowl MVP. But let's have a little bit of fun because we like having fun here at Prime Sports World. Let's talk about stuff that's outside of the game. Let's first talk about the halftime show. What did you guys think about the halftime show?
It wasn't bad. I mean, I didn't understand shit he was saying, but
I didn't understand shit he was saying. I was looking at them females. I ain't even lie to you.
So I watched the Super Bowl halftime show at this party, and a bunch of people that I were with were like super into Bad Bunny, and they were like doing all the dancing and stuff. That's like the cinematography and the way this was shot was incredible. Like when he was walking through the beginning of the Super Bowl, he's walking through the field, like through the cornfields.
Yeah,
and the shot was just like it was his camera was just following him as he was walking. It was just stuff reviewing your field as it was going through. It's like cinematic gold. Like it's so impressive. And then when he's on the roof of that building and he falls down into like what it looked like some sort of like room or something, but like a basement or something. But it was just really cool. And then when you find out that all the bushes in that video were all people. Yeah, all people were all like, and then they had like celebrities in the video, like, and then when they saw Ricky Martin who refuses to age, like I was like, man, it was cool. I really enjoyed it. I was with a bunch of people that were big Bad Bunny fans, and they were really into it. So I was swept up in it. I thought it was pretty cool, and I thought the symbolism and like the theming of it was really impressive. Just kind of, I thought it was like I felt like it was like trying to be uniting, like through the Super Bowl halftime show. I loved it. I thought it was very cool.
Yeah, we call that the tool. Like that the shot you're talking about, he's walking and the camera is like in front of him, following.
It's called a Spike. Shot.
Yeah, it's called a Spike Lee shot. Tristan knows what I'm talking about. It's called a Spike Lee shot.
But it was very cool, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So that's all I got on the halftime show. You got any other thoughts on the halftime show?
No, I got nothing.
Let's talk about the commercials then. What did you guys think about this year's selection of commercials?
It was just all right.
Yeah, Lady Gaga's favorite Pokemon being Jigglypuff was not on my bingo card.
I personally loved that Coinbase commercial. So I was with people and like the one with the I think it was like the Backstreet Boys or the NSYNC song, and it was like karaoke on the screen, and we were all singing it. Like we're like, what is this gonna be a commercial? I thought it was for me like for Kraft macaroni and cheese, because the colors were all like blue and white and yellow right during the commercial. I was like, oh, this has got to be for Kraft macaroni and cheese. And then it just points up as Coinbase. I'm like, what is this?
Christian, they was good and drunk. They was good and drunk.
Yeah, true. I also really like the Dunkin' Donuts commercial with all the like the sitcom celebrities from the like the early '90s or like late 2000s.
Yeah, that was probably the best one I saw.
It was so funny with George Costanza and Jason Alexander. Then Ted Danson comes out. It was super good.
Who also refuses to age, by the way.
Ted Danson? Yeah, well, I mean, he's the complete gray, but yeah, other than that, yeah. Did you guys have any other standout commercials that like were like, oh yeah, this was cool?
No.
Okay. And then
I do have one, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it to the group chat because we would get in so much trouble if I say what it actually is. So I'm not gonna get us in trouble. So
okay.
Yeah.
And then if you're wondering, you see that there underneath that, that's K3 cut 5. So we're going to keep 3 cut 5. I got a couple of these. Are you guys ready? You and Christian, TJ, have to unanimously agree on these. You don't get to go back and change it. Let's first start. Keep 3 cut 5 Super Bowl edition. We got 4 of these. We're going to start on the offensive side of the football. So once you cut, you understand the concept. First player up. Will Campbell.
Right now, he's getting cut.
Yeah, he's getting cut for sure.
AJ Barner.
I keep him.
Keep Kenneth Walker the third.
Come on, man. He's being capped.
All right, so now you've kept 2, so you only have 1 left for the rest of the countdown. The next guy up. Charles Cross.
Wow.
See, this sucks not knowing who else is an option.
Yeah, I agree with CJ.
Well, this is the game, man. You gotta make some difficult decisions. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys after this.
Cut.
JSN.
Oh, I'm keeping him. Come on, man.
All right, you are cutting. So you are keeping Kenneth Walker III, JSN, and AJ Barner. You have cut Charles Cross, Will Campbell, Ramondre Stevenson, Stephon Diggs, and Hunter Henry.
I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that.
I think you guys did good. Let's swing over into the defensive side of the ball. First name up, Milton Williams. Same concept. Keep 3, cut 5. I will tell you, this is a loaded list. So keep that information as you will. Milton Williams.
This is tough.
He was one of the few defensive players New England that showed up.
I'm gonna keep him.
Yeah, okay, I keep him.
Devon Weatherspoon.
I'm keeping him.
Yeah, same.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Damn it, I'm keeping him. He said he wasn't winning the title in Dallas, and someone said,
"Are you shutting it down? You shutting it down? You shutting it down right now?"
Yeah, I'm shutting this down.
TJ, are you shutting this down? DeMarcus Lawrence is your final keep.
Yeah, Christian Gonzalez is on this list. Oh well, man, my bad.
DeMarcus Lawrence is your final keep. We're shutting it down. The players you have cut: Nick Emenwari, Harold Landry III, Carlton Davis III, Leonard Williams.
That's tough.
Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, that's tough. Oh well.
I'm cool with it. Oh well.
You kept Devin Witherspoon, Milton Williams, and DeMarcus Lawrence. All right, we're swinging into number 3. This one is the quarterbacks edition. First name up, Patrick Mahomes.
Wow. Wow. I mean, when he's healthy,
Gotta keep
it's
him.
tough not to say that he's not the best guy going, right? But I just kind of feel like he covered up a lot of Kansas City's holes this past year. Like not having a number one receiver, working with what he had around him. And then, unfortunately, he ends up getting hurt. He tears his ACL. I mean, this was really a nightmare season for Kansas City.
We keeping him? DJ?
Yeah, I mean, like he said, like when healthy Patrick Mahomes is the conversation starts with him.
He's 1-1.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep him. I'm still gonna keep him.
Drake May.
Cut.
Cam Ward.
Cut.
Caleb Williams.
Keep.
Oh, I'm keeping him. Painted nails and all.
All right. Sam Darnold. You have 3 names after this, and you only have 1 keep left.
See, this is why you need a bench.
I mean, there could be some serious, like there could be some big names.
This sucks. Crucify me later. I'll cut him.
Cut Sam Darnold, the one who just won the Super Bowl as the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. From there with Jalen Hurts.
Oh shit!
The most recent Super Bowl MVP.
Did you cut him too?
Christian?
Yeah, look.
Cut him too?
I love Jalen, but yeah, he got. Remember how Uncle Phil used to throw Jazz out the house?
Damn, I ain't doing all that, bro. He at least get a to-go plate.
Yeah, that's true. And then you tell him like most black people tell each other, TJ, you ain't got to go home.
You gotta get out of here, man.
From there, you got 2 names left. You got 1 keep and 1 cut. This number one is the reigning MVP, Matthew Stafford.
Not even close. Keep him.
Keep. So you guys have chosen to keep Matthew Stafford, Patrick Mahomes, and Caleb Williams. You've cut Sam Darnold, Drake May, Cam Ward, Jalen Hurts, and I actually think you guys did pretty good on this list. Geno Smith is the last cut.
Yeah.
You guys did it. All right, that's good stuff right there. Down to the head coach edition. We're going to start first with the coach that just won the Super Bowl, Mike McDonald.
Yeah.
He's probably the head coach in Baltimore if
it's not Jesse Minter.
If Steve Bisciotti follows his first mind and removes Harbaugh a year early, like he probably wanted 2 years early, like he probably wanted to. That being said, keep him.
Keep Liam Cohen.
Cut.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut him for now.
Matt LaFleur.
Cut.
Yeah, I'll cut him.
Sean McVay.
Oh, you keep him.
Keep.
All right, so you got 2 cuts and 2 keeps. You got 4 names left. First, the head coach of the Carolina Panthers, Dave Canales.
Cut.
Mike Vrabel.
I mean, I do know a guy on this panel that said he would win Coach of the Year from the get-go.
Still don't know shit, but
you do it your ass after the show. Playing with me.
Like that same guy also said New York pizza is better than Chicago pizza, and we all know we all know that shit.
Don't worry, I got you. We'll just deal with your ass after the show.
And if he say that deep dish shit, like first off, real Chicagoans don't eat deep dish. We do that
Yeah,
tavern
tavern
cut.
style. I love me some tavern style pizza, man. I have not been able to find a good tavern style pizza here in San Francisco.
And you won't.
But we do have fantastic Detroit style. The Detroit style in San Francisco is fantastic. But Mike Vrabel, keep or cut. Come on.
Wow.
You got two names after Mike Vrabel. You have one keep and two cuts.
Is this the last category?
Yeah.
So just for the last category, give me the other. Give us the last few names.
No, that's not how the game works. What do you mean? What is it?
Thought I could get them, Christian. Thought I could get them. Oh, Mike Vrabel. Oh, this is tough because entire body of work, like he did shit at Tennessee that he probably shouldn't have been able to do. Right? Like
yeah, without
right?
doubt. Without doubt.
Like this guy made Ryan Tannehill a second shot at glory. Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry because of him. Like that whole, hey, you're gonna split carries with who the hell was it?
Marco Murray.
Yeah, the tail end of DeMarco Murray, and Mike Gray was like, yeah, no, this kid, this guy. So we've kept Mike McDonald. We've kept Sean McVay. We've cut Liam Cohen.
Liam Cohen, Dave Canales, Matt LaFleur. So we have Mike McDonald and Sean McVay. Mike Vrabel. Cutting Mike Vrabel to Todd Bowles.
Damn.
I'm cutting him.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, as we get down here, so final decisions here. You guys have cut Mike Vrabel, Liam Cohen, Todd Bowles, Dave Canales, and Matt LaFleur. You've decided to keep, I think you guys are going to be pretty happy about this, actually, Mike McDonald, Sean McVay, and who do you think the final guy is, if you had to guess?
If you say Ben Johnson, I'm going to be, is it Ben Johnson?
It's not Ben Johnson.
Andy Reid.
It's Andy Reid.
Okay.
Andy Reid is your final keep. So yeah, I think you guys did a bang up job with all of these names on this list. Maybe not the defense. I would have kept Chris Gonzalez. I would have cut DeMarcus Lawrence, but that's just me. And I don't have any room to say. So I probably would have cut AJ Barner too and kept I don't know who else, but let's so now we got a final category. What is the connection? I'm going to give you the names of 4 NFL players. Some of them are retired, some of them are currently active. Actually, one of them is currently active, the rest are retired. All of them did one thing and have one thing common about their career. Can you name it? Can you tell me what it is? So first up, Alshon Jeffrey, Devontae Freeman, Rob Gronkowski, and Christian McCaffrey. What do these 4 guys? Well, they might have more things in common than just the one thing that I picked for this particular. What is their connection?
Say the names again.
Alshon Jeffrey, Devontae Freeman, Rob Gronkowski, and Christian McCaffrey.
Touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
Not quite. That may be true, but that's not what I'm looking for.
Wow.
Leading receivers in the Super Bowl?
So it is connected to the Super Bowl, but not
all have played at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, all these guys played in the Super Bowl, but that's not exactly what the connection I wanted to make. So it has to do with. Just think about it a little bit harder.
Wow. I got nothing.
It has to do with like a specific play in the Super Bowl, if that makes more sense.
Yeah, I got nothing.
So Alshon Jeffrey, Devontae Freeman, Rob Gronkowski, and Christian McCaffrey all scored the very first touchdown in their respective Super Bowl. All 4 of those guys. I don't remember exactly what the numbers are on which Super Bowls they were in, but those 4 guys all scored the very first touchdown scored in the respective Super Bowl they were in, and that is the connection between those 4 guys. Just have a little bit of fun as we come out of the Super Bowl content. I do really like those keep 3, cut 5 categories. Like I watch a lot of that on YouTube, so I figured have a little fun with it. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us. This has been our Super Bowl 60 recap. Hopefully you guys have been riding with us for the entire NFL season. Tomorrow we're going to do our first mock draft, give you your first top 10 picks. So keep an eye out for all that content as we roll into the off season now here at Prime Sports World. Please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast if you like what we're doing here at Prime Sports World. And I think it's been 5 years since Daily Blitz's own Christian Simpson has joined us here at Prime Sports World, and we very much appreciate having you as a contributor on these shows.
This will happen when you just let anybody come over.
I'm David Huffman right there, co-host Mr. TJ Hopkins, and from the Daily Blitz blog, Mr. Christian Simpson. And gentlemen, what do we do here at the Prime, my friends?
He brought food one time, and David been letting him in there since. He brought food one time. And they've been letting them in there since. Ain't bought food since the one time. Ain't that some just like black food? No, I'm just playing. This show's been better since Christian's been joined, and that's real deal. That's real spiel.
Yeah, 100%.
I appreciate that.
We'll be back. We'll be back here tomorrow doing mock draft stuff. So keep an eye out for all that content. We're also going to start up our UFL content as well as we try to be the #1 hub for all things UFL. And there's a lot of interesting things going on in the UFL right now. So thank you very much for joining us.
I'm just saying right now, I hate that rule change. All right, I'm out.
I don't think it's going to happen. So we'll see. We'll be back. We'll talk to you guys all later. Have a great night, and you all take care and be safe out there. Peace out.